justice for all. Okay, we do have Laurel Wall at 10 o'clock. Just let the record reflect that Commissioner Myers, Commissioner Miller present, Commissioner Hosted's on his way. Let's go ahead with Resolution C.
The resolutions from the CHIP program that Liz had talked about, authorizing and directing $1 from the CHIP program to ODSA.
And this includes the consortium of Fulton County, Henry County, City of Napoleon, and City of Washington. And Jeff, we've done this for a number of years.
Okay.
So would there be a motion?
We'll make the motion. I will second.
All right. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Christie?
Glenn Miller?
Yes.
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Hester?
Yes.
Resolution C has been approved. If you want to pull up.
Yep. There was two budget adjustments a little bit ago while I was on.
Okay, let's move on to, while Bob's bringing up the accounting software, let's move on to Resolution D.
Okay, resolution G would be the 2020 partnership agreement with Maumee Valley East Chip Consortium with the cities of Napoleon and Waseon with Fulton County.
And again, I don't remember how many years it's been. 2014. So it's been quite a few years that we've participated in this consortium. So would there be a motion?
We'll make that motion. I would second that.
Is there further discussion? Hearing none. Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Glenn Miller?
Yes.
Bob Hester?
Yes.
Resolution D has been approved.
I have the budget adjustments up there. One.
Ooh, getting nervous over here.
We'll get this done yet.
Yeah. Okay, we do have one budget adjustment. Okay. Got it. Is there a motion to approve budget adjustments?
We'll make the motion. Okay, I'll second.
All right. Further discussion? Hearing none. Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Hester?
Yes.
Glenn Miller?
Yes. Budget adjustments have been approved. Paul's pretty happy today.
Paul?
She gets her hair covered. She gets her hair covered.
That's all that matters.
Big day, huh?
Huge. You have dark hair, it's a huge difference compared to, you can hide it with lighter colored hair. Not saying she was great or anything, but
That's what she's trying to hide. It worked, we could have covered it. Well, I'm afraid the color would, but we would buy it mess up, but she came home one day with one chair.
I did that. Highlighted hers like making it turn like orange.
There's the, then,
Some kind of reaction.
I just don't feel comfortable going in yet.
I did last Wednesday. There were 4 people in there, 2 customers. So really, it was early enough that, but they're separated anyway, where I go, and there's no seating. So you just walk in the door when it's time for your appointment. Wear a face mask, and then it's optional if you want to do your hair, if you want to wear a face mask or not, but they does.
I wonder what they fixed at the courthouse, $1,100 worth. Never says where it went. It was just 4-inch Schedule 40 pipe and a 45 coupling and a frontal coupling.
From whom?
Ellings. Is that the, and it says courthouse, and I don't know what they did there. Not that it matters, I guess. Just curious if you guys knew what they fixed. I don't, okay.
That would be for maintenance and.
Yeah. There they are.
Okay, would there be a motion to approve then and now?
We'll make that motion. I will second.
Yay. Further discussion, hearing the area thing. Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Huska?
Yes.
Glenn Roy?
Yes, then and now have been approved. Sunday afternoon, one of my high-intensity discharge lights, headlight, burned out.
Oh.
Hard to change.
It took an hour and a half.
Headlight?
Hmm?
Headlight?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to take the headlight assembly out to be able to get to the back of it.
My friend had a Regal a few years old. I don't know if all the car has the same, but her headlight went out and she had to take close to $18. Because the $1,800, they had to take the whole entire front end of them off,
Yeah.
just to change the light.
Yeah.
So that tail light, you said it was a tail light or a headlight?
Headlight.
Headlight?
You know, one of those high-intensity
Yeah.
discharge.
Yeah?
So it's, it's not something you can reach in and turn.
Yeah, right, no, you got
No,
to.
you've got to, in those, you would have to be more careful than the halogen.
Yeah.
Well, the bulb, $100.
That was my next question, how much did that rack,
I got it at AutoZone.
That's something.
The guy that handled the transaction said, I worked here a year and a half and never sold one.
Oh, I'll be darned. That's why they're high priced, they look probably last a long time. Oh, there's some more, bills. I did all the bills when I came in this morning. Here's their senior center. These are all senior, they just came in, I suppose. Okay, I'll approve that.
Okay, let's move on to, we have a few minutes yet until, the Zoom meeting with Laura Roth. We have Resolution E. Resolution E is
To file an application with Ohio Department of Transportation for grants to Federal Transit. It's for 49 USP section 0222. Buses and buses. Oh, I think this is a different one. They've done before.
because of, change in our transportation designation. We're more of a public type transit system now.
I think so.
And,
There she is.
Yvonne calling.
Yeah.
Okay. By us signing this resolution, it basically authorizes Brad Booth to work with the Ohio Department of Transportation in resolving any issues that could possibly come up in this grant funding process. There is no dollar amount.
But it's just to file application. No? We have to give approval for that, so.
Yeah. It's authorizing the filing of a grant application to ODOT for the grants of the United States Department of Transportation Federal Transit Administration. So with that, does about dollar amount or anything else, with that, we just need to authorize Brad to do that. Would there be a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I would second that
Okay,
motion.
is there any further discussion? Hearing none. Christie?
Jeff Myers,
Yes.
Bob Hoskins,
Yes.
Glenn Miller.
Yes. This resolution has been approved. Not enough to wait, the other maybe we'll wait to it. Okay, we have resolution F.
This is what we do every year between Henry County Transportation Network and Transportation Network in Senior Center.
Okay, this is a matter of purchase of service contract between transportation, which is the Henry County Transportation, and the Henry County Senior Center. What this is negotiated rates stated in the contract. Contract period is June 1, 20 to May 31, 2021. The Henry County Board of Commissioners does approve the purchase of service contract between Henry County Transportation and Henry County Senior Center per the negotiated rates in the contract, which is fixed routes are $1.80 per mile, and it's broken out as recreational mileage that the Senior Center will furnish their own driver at $1.25 per mile. And that is in section 3. Section 3, paragraph A1 and A3. And it also in that same paragraph, under 2A2, it talks about the required notice for in-town and 48-hour notice for out-of-town trips, which are for medical appointments, banking, and shopping. And transportation will not go more than 45 miles, a 45-mile radius, which that changed a few years ago. So with that, would there be a motion?
Just a question on that, is it the rate the same? Or is this all new?
It's all the same.
Is it the same as it was?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion then.
I'll second the motion, but I got a question. Did that go up, is that up then, that rate? That
No,
rate, that's the same,
Same rate.
same rate, okay.
Yeah.
It's just a little, I added the $1.25, or was it $1.25
Yeah.
And,
for, if they provide their own driver.
right, yeah, I understood that, but I didn't remember what it was last year. Okay.
And that's something that, just a brief history, Jeff, is something that Transportation got in trouble here a few years ago, and we had to provide them money the first part of the year so they could make payroll. Because they weren't adjusting their rates like they should. And once we kind of had, heart that you need to do this, it's been better, but it's still an area of concern. So I know Brad should stay on top of it, but it's up to us to question him about that. In most of, at least the contracted services, veterans, jobs and family, and some of the other ones, they don't walk the number. In fact, the 1 year JFS said, we're going to up it from your past because it'll cover a couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay, with that said, Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.
Bob Hoffman?
Yes.
Doug Mogul?
Yes. Resolution F has been approved. Okay, would you want to unmute us and start the video there, Bob?
Okay.
Morning, Laura.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, we're just wonderful. How about yourself?
Well,
It is what it is.
You're living the dream, huh?
You guys are practicing your social distancing, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm way down here in the corner.
He hides every So we hadn't talked to you for a while. We're just curious, what's going on? What are you hearing? And
Well, so, as far as the bridge program goes, I've just been kind of maintaining, kind of the status quo. I've been working on plans for alternatives in terms of the judging not being face-to-face. I'm not sure that I would have comfortable staff feeling comfortable about that, let alone, like how many of my families are feeling comfortable about doing something like that. Those judgings would be scheduled, or are on the calendar scheduled for the day that we would actually be returning into the office if our return date stays the same, which is July 6th. Although I'm just filling out a survey right now for Dr. Wilkins, who's our acting director, in terms of, readiness survey. So judging could look kind of different for livestock kids in terms of skillathons. The likelihood of doing skillathons, which is a big disappointment to me, will probably not include skillathons because there's a lot of face-to-face with that, and there's a lot of, conversation face-to-face. That I'm not sure I would get enough volunteers to even get through that this year.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at either doing Zoom, which has requirements of it, and with Palm for our program, you have to have at least 2 individuals, whether it be an adult and like a junior leader in the Zoom, it's still considered, that contact. We have the 3 rule where, if you're not alone with a 4-H'er, so it includes the Zoom formatting. So I would need at least 2 individuals. I would need to have, probably timelines set up for the kids to enter into the Zoom. Not sure about that yet, if that's the format I want to use for livestock. What I'm looking at using is what they call Flipgrid. A lot of the elementary kids are familiar with it. It's pretty easy for me to set that up. I've been training myself so I can let Emily kind of go in and set that up. But that would be a presentation that the kids would actually record on their own, and it would go into a Flipgrid format on that other people can't see it, we would have evaluators evaluate the projects based on the criteria that we present to the kids. You know, they still do their poster, they still present, you know, what they want to for their project. They have up to 10 minutes to videotape, and then we would have people that would evaluate per project. So I'm anticipating, you know, that to be fairly at ease to do that, because the kids are familiar with the program. And I think, you know, to my knowledge, it's not etched in stone, but I do believe that the 4-H aspect of the state fair is also looking at using Flipgrid as a possibility in terms of like state fair. I don't know how they're terming it, if it's going to be a competition or not. So I'm inclined to do that. I know, you know, most everybody that I've talked to or interacted with in terms of 4-H are looking at doing something virtual as far as their pre-fair judging. As far as fair, you know, that of course that's not my decision, and I was very appreciative of the fact that I was invited to Senior Fair Board. They met in 3 different groups, smaller groups, social distance, and I did go to that. So I have my opinions about it. I have my feelings about it. I tried to, you know, be supportive of what they're thinking, and I don't know what they're thinking exactly. I know that it's a financial thing. If they just even did junior fair, it impacts them financially. You know, they had to provide to their powers, OFMA group that's working on this task force with the governor, you know, like they tried to collect all 88 counties, how much would it cost you to do the bare minimum? And I believe Kelly Dearman kind of worked through last year's numbers and tried to calculate, you know, utilities and, you know, bare minimum kind of stuff. And I think she gave them like a $40,000 to $50,000 range. And I know that on average, talked to Michael Schweinsberg about it, that's Paulding County, and, you know, it's upwards to anywhere from 60 to 100, and I know bigger fairs like Fulton County, I think they projected higher numbers. So, you know, I want to be supportive of that group. You know, I've been here long enough to know what the ramifications are if they go in the hole. And I know I've seen them, you know, prosper too. So I'm trying to be supportive. I know we talked not in great length, but I know Martha Gabers, who's our sales coordinator, we're at least trying to figure out how to help the kids. I don't want to say dispose, but, you know, have an outlet for their market animals to go to market. I don't think sale is a personal opinion, I don't think the sale is a feasible thing in terms of a live sale. You know, that's an awful closed-in area down there that even though it's open, it's not open. It's not like showing out in the horse arena or something like that.
It's a little tight one.
So I kind of presented them my plan B, give her, you know, and they could probably have filed that in the file 13 file, I don't know. I tried to just let them know that I'm willing to do what it takes if they do want to do at least a junior fair program. You know, and I know they wanted to make a decision by June 1st, so I know Kelly was trying to encourage them to meet again, so I haven't heard.
It's probably they really don't
know what
they don't want to make this decision.
Yeah.
No, they don't. Yeah, and then I'm going to be honest with you guys. The educators were blindsided last week. We had no idea that was even in the picture that they were going to cancel state fair. We were on I was on a camp board meeting, which is, in and of itself, another whole topic. Yeah, that blindsided us, and we're not supposed to, necessarily officially say that, but we were all kind of in shock. But that his decision had been made because we had been told, by the governor that, we've got this task force in place working on it, and then I saw last night at 11 o'clock last night that there was some kind of campaign going on to contact the governor, with reference to state fair and county fair, making the recommendations known, because evidently he's known now for more than a week. I know 2 weeks ago I was told that they were working on the county fair kind of moving ahead, their procedures. I'm not sure what the terminology is, but that he's been sitting on it, and my heart goes out to him because he's had to make some pretty hard decisions,
And no matter which way he makes it, he's gonna be in trouble.
Yeah, he is. People were we have instruction not to retort to Facebook any kind of postings or whatnot. But there was one last week on Friday afternoon. I think I had just reached my peak. I was on the edge, and it happened to be a response that I gave Roy Norman, because I think, state fair wasn't an extension decision. That was that group's decision to do that. Financially, that, if you read their statement, it explains it, and I understand it, and I support them wholeheartly for not wanting to go into the whole, over the state fair as a big umbrella. But, there's a call out for, extension, and it was the way it was worded that I took offense to it a little bit, that, Ohio State University Extension needs to step up to the plate and allow these last year kids to have one more year of eligibility. And I knew what was going to happen, and you guys can probably guess too. And the next comment that was read in that little posting was, well, my child's a first-year child, our first-year 4-H'er, they should have the opportunity to show an additional year. If you're in 4-H just to show, there's lots of venues. That kids could get involved in, with their livestock. That's always the toughie for me, because I know it's a very big tradition, and I love this fair. I'm just like the next person. I think that will be one of the things that I miss the most when I do decide to retire. That and camp. And so, we've been encouraged, if we do try to do any kind of face-to-face project judging, that we do work with our health director or health commissioner. And I haven't reached out to Mark. I'm assuming that the senior fair board did. I hope they do, because I think he is a very knowledgeable person, and I think that the governor, in some way, shape, or form, he looks to those people too to help in making some of these decisions. So, I'm trying to make the best of the situation. This week I'm just trying to follow with the clubs to make sure the majority of them were meeting on Zoom, and there's been lots of suggestions to do educational tours and community service projects. I've seen kids in some of their clubs are posting their demonstrations, and so they are moving ahead. And I think sometimes as adults, we don't always give the kids that pat on the back that they're resilient enough to figure things out. I think sometimes the disappointment with the fair comes from those of us that have experienced it, for a number of years, and we don't want our kids to miss out on it. So, as far as the program, we're making do with how it is. I mean, that's part part of my DNA anyway, to just, make the best of it, although I get tired of being there by myself. But yeah, so, and, Emily and Garth's been doing some of the research projects that he's been able to go out and do, and Emily and Stephanie and Carolyn's working on some things, I believe, with the summer feeding program. I think she mentioned we're going to meet at 11:30 today. So, disappointing, yes, on the state fair, but I think Senior Fair Board knows that I'm willing to help with whatever. I can't force employees if they don't necessarily feel comfortable in that venue. There might be more behind the scenes kinds of things done at the office and not necessarily right out there at the fairgrounds if we do a junior fair program. You might have concerns too about the booth building coming along. It's slow, but I'm hoping that I've looked out there a couple different times in the last 3 weeks just to kind of get things moving. There's one part of the building that needs to have a little bit of repair work done before the electrician wants to go ahead. But Andy Damon's on that, and we've been slowly making the dividers, and so I anticipate that the building project will be completed in time for a fair. We might not necessarily have the booth decorated like we normally do, but we'll certainly want to include, if we're doing livestock shows, we'll want to include something that the kids can do, as far as displaying their work too, or that may become a fall event, just depends.
Yeah, it's like you said before, Lori, you plan as if it's going to happen,
Yeah.
but yet, what's plan B, C, and D?
Yeah, there you go. That's
just in case.
That's the world we're in right now.
And with the state fair, I think that was just the first salvo being fired. I have mixed emotions. Paul and I like going to the fair. We go to the fair, we see the people, see all the time, but it's fun because it's a different venue. And going through and seeing what the kids are doing is phenomenal. But also you pointed out, if the kids are in 4-H only to show that there are so many different venues to show cattle and hogs and sheep and so forth that even work up to the national level if they want to. But whatever from us, I think, and I'm speaking just for myself, is that we're here to support one way or the other.
Whatever. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll
appreciate knowing that.
Our next contact, we're going to get a hold of somebody from the Senior Fair Board and find out just kind of what they're thinking. And if they're waiting for some maybe approval or support from the commissioners, we will do that to whatever they're really thinking. And of course, I don't want the kids to be disappointed. However, kids are resilient. It's what kind of spin do you put on it? For the adults, it's been pretty stressful. And especially those that are in leadership positions that are helping trying to get through this, with all the influx of information and all that, whether it's accurate or inaccurate, it's overwhelming. And so sometimes by midweek, you're about ready to tell everybody, go pound sand and I'm going to go bury my head for a while. And when I come back out, hey, things will be better. But that's not the case. What I do want to say is also, we're seeing an uptick in numbers in Texas as they open their state back up. Keep in mind, in a lot of states, there's far more testing going on than what there is in the state of Ohio.
Okay.
And we keep and with the state of Ohio, we continue to look at the cumulative numbers. We really don't look at the day-to-day, what's really, tell us, okay, how many people, we do not have 30,000 people that have COVID right now. Because that number goes clear back to March 1 or whenever that count started. We do not know how many people recovered. We know how many people have passed away, and unfortunately, people have passed away.
Yeah.
People pass away from the flu.
Every year.
Which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
This COVID is devastating when it gets within the nursing homes, the long-term care facilities, and it just kind of travels like wildfire through there. But you find out usually people have some kind of compromised system. I'm not trying to make light of what this is, but doggone it, we got to try to keep things in perspective. And I'm not 100%. The governor, when it started out, he did wonderful. He did what he felt,
Right.
And he believed in it. You could tell it, and the passion is that I care about my people in the state of Ohio, and I want them to be all right. Now, it's kind of floundering in Columbus is how do we get this thing recovered?
Right.
Without having...
It's going to be harder to start it back up than it was to shut it down.
Yeah.
Well, that's, so I kind of briefly mentioned camp, and I will tell you, I would get really emotional over this one. So I live about 8 miles from camp, and we had camp work last week, and so we had to not do our mowing contract, because it's a $20,000 mowing contract for the year. And so, we're kind of all, like, it's the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
What's going to happen? So, they approached me, the executive director approached me about, well, would you guys, want to bail up the ball fields? And it's like, well, my husband, Trace and I went up, and he's like, this isn't like orchard grass that we would see go versus. This is like grass. So, it's hard for me to compartmentalize my job because so much of it influences. So that's exactly what I was thinking, Glenn. We went up Sunday. Well, we went up, we checked things out. We brought the push self-propel motor, so at least I could do like around the office. But that had gotten pretty tall. And we don't have a brush hog up there. We have one, we own one. My family does. And then they had some other kind of mower, but it hasn't been in working order. So we brought the self-propel home. My husband's a machinist, so he worked on the self-propel, and we ended up taking our zero-turn mower, and we mowed up there on Sunday. And, my fear is, as I'm looking around at camp, I'm thinking, this is going to be exactly what you said, Glenn. It's going to cost us more if we don't keep up on this somehow, either through volunteerism or something.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of those ball fields, my husband and I, and I'll take care of around the office and whatnot. But, it's all the stuff that didn't get done in April because we had to reduce the staff. So there's, the leaves that it's the reality of it is for camp, we're going to be about $250,000 short. That's saying if we even have like a quarter to go in the fall, because we do have some things on the schedule for the fall, but the deficit is real, and I know that we've gotten onto the payroll. I'm not sure the exact name of it, but the payroll guarantee loan. I'm not sure what that's called.
PPP.
Yeah. So Christy Hellberg and our executive director, we can, take care of them, and we laid off the secretary, you know, I know it wasn't an easy decision for the powers that be, and I would hate it if we had camp and somebody got sick. I mean, it could very likely happen because there are youth that are in compromising health situations. But, you know, we're a group that survives, and we will. But it's, you know, chipping in and getting people, you know, since I live around here, that's going to help. We've got some things that have to be done up there, like with the pool and whatnot. And I can find friends to help with that kind of thing, but it's like the hair and this, but you can appreciate it because you guys, and the city included, work hard to keep this all together for people, and I appreciate the fact that you're supportive of Extension and you care enough about us and, you know, what we're doing, our mission, that you know, we're keeping the lines of communication open. I know we're supposed to schedule something with our area leader, which is Bruce Clevenger. We were all supposed to do the survey for Dr. Wilkins by the end of this week, just for, you know, return readiness, I guess is what they call it. So I'm anxious. I like being home, but this was a pretty drastic thing for me. Hardly ever home.
Yeah. So Laura, we appreciate you getting on with us. Something that I thought of, the Han Center is still locked down.
Okay, still locked down.
Part of it is we don't have enough crew to clean.
Okay.
So probably when Extension opens back up, we'll get the cleaning supplies, but we'll probably rely on your staff to kind of help, you know, do the day-to-day sanitizing.
Okay.
But we'll have all the supplies. And what we're finding in our offices is that our offices prefer to do it because they know it's been done. And they know it's been done to the standard that they want it done. So they feel pretty comfortable.
Okay.
But we have yet to discuss this week what the status of the Han Center will be and what we're going to do with the courthouse. The employees can be back there full time, but we're limiting visitors still from 8:30 to 12:30.
Okay.
And we'll need to contact the judges and see what their thought pattern is on this. But they were in no hurry to get things fully opened back up. We take people's temperature. We actually have a health department nurse there right now. And so people we're asking, requiring to wear masks. If you can't wear masks, we have face shields for them. A number of things. So we'll see how it all shakes out here in another month.
Okay. Well, and likewise, I know they're hoping to do this in the next week, so it may be that they do let us come back in, like, maybe a different pattern before the 6th of July. I'm hoping. I don't have air conditioning in my house. So I have a fan blowing on me right now.
Okay,
but,
it would be a good office day.
Yeah, so I will keep you guys up to date too on what Extension, what our corrective is as well. And, again, it's a partnership, and my staff, or our staff, we are all very cognizant of that. We just feel like, what your directive is what we want to adhere to, and that communication is so important.
Yeah. And it's not, if your leadership decides that you can go back to the office, we have no problem with that.
Okay.
It's just if you want people to come in, still with me, call and make an appointment so they're coming, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So,
Sounds
Bob,
good.
Do you have anything?
Nope, I don't think I have anything else, just keep it up, you're doing good.
Yep.
Hang in there.
Christie, I do have your daughter's, cake decorating books. I did have an extra set here at home. And I kept thinking the day that I went to Napoleon, I haven't been in Napoleon for a week now, so I will probably head over that way. And you guys are there till what, 12:30?
You could just knock or call.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
All right, I can do that.
yeah, Christie and Anna are here most of the day anymore.
Okay.
And, we usually lock the door about 12:30.
Okay,
Yeah, so just knock on the door, they'll come and
all right.
ask you the 4, 3, or 6, or 10 questions, whatever we're supposed to do.
Yeah, you kind of lose track of which one is which, right?
Yeah.
Jeff?
All right.
Anything?
No, just echo what Bob said, keep up the good work, and thanks for the update.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you.
Yep,
Yeah.
Okay.
let Garth and Emily, I was gonna tell you about, the feeding program.
Oh, yes, Dylan?
Yeah, that is in the hands right now of Ben Hartford at Napoleon Nazarene
Okay.
and, Tom Mack at,
Yeah.
my mind just went blank. United Way.
United Way.
Yeah, we found that there is a fair amount of money that's being pumped out, especially with the SNAP.
Okay.
And we let it more in the hands of private sector to hit those that are not covered under SNAP.
Okay.
Okay? Because they're, from what we have been told, even with what information Carolyn supplied, as well as Shannon Jones from Jobs and Family, the SNAP families are more than covered.
Okay, good.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we're trying to find those food deserts of kids that are not involved in that.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
Well, Katie, have a good week, and thank you for
You
the
too.
information.
Yeah,
Bye.
Okay. See you.
Talk to you later.
Yep, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay. This meeting has ended.
True farmer girl.
Yeah.
Okay, Miss Christie.
You know, that's one thing you don't think about, them going down that campground, still has to be maintained.
Yeah.
Even if they don't have campers, they don't have money.
That's pretty good. She's so.
Oh, there's a lot of property there. Yeah.
Where's that at? Harrison Lake.
Harrison Lake, Rage Camp.
Fulton.
Oh,
Yeah.
Still just in Fulton.
Just in Fulton County, yeah, by Harrison Lake there.
Yeah, just north, on the northwest side of Harrison Lake, County Road, I think it's 27. So it would be 26.
I haven't been there in years, and then I drove up, two years ago, and Zach needed somebody to pick him up from camp, so I drove up there, and it was kind of neat. It was
Yeah,
neat there.
it is. And Harrison Lake is just really a nice area.
Oh, yeah.
The one campground, I remember when they put that in,
The state campground.
and I thought, oh my gosh, who would ever want to camp there? You know, because we just
camped
took
there.
field
Yeah.
and poured pads and
Yeah.
a road and planted trees.
Yeah.
Well, so the trees are about, this is
Yeah,
around,
yeah.
but you should see it, see
No,
it
it's
now.
different.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, we camped there years and years ago when, right after, but they had really nice facilities there. The bathrooms were nice and we had a crappy weekend.
Every year.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then Chris and them went camping there a couple years ago and they said, "Oh, Dad, it's really nice. Now you got trees you can park under and."
They, are having problems with the spillway, so they drain the lake. The lake is man-made,
Yeah,
and that was fun to walk down through.
yeah.
How big is that?
That's 15 feet probably.
Yeah, it's not very deep, right?
No, it's not very deep. And then they rebuilt the spillway again here not too long ago. It's just, that whole area, they just,
Yeah.
it really looks nice.
How's the lake down in, south of us that the dam broke on, or that didn't break? I mean, that's been a couple of years ago, or they had to rebuild that wall in that lake. Oh, not,
Down by Columbus?
well, no, not Columbus. Indian Lake?
Yeah.
I think it's Indian Lake, yeah.
Oh, is that Hardin County?
Yeah, they had some issues there.
Logan County.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
thought,
I think it's a little bit.
Bill Thomas.
Yeah, I haven't heard.
yeah, I haven't heard anything either yet. I just thought of that when you said that spill we had. Kind of forgot about that.
Okay, it looks like, Thursday, we've got executive session for pending litigation, and the attendees will be attending by Zoom. It just works easier. It's, you know, they're gonna, all of them would spend it to come here and go back and spend over an hour driving.
Yeah.
We might as well do it by Zoom.
Yeah.
And we can, get the same discussion
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
that we would otherwise. Other than that, we have budget adjustments and then now, for Thursday. Christie, do you have anything else for us?
We also have to award that bank that we had.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought about that early this morning, forgot about it already.
That's electric.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, it's a folder there for each of us from Maumee Valley.
Is that the same as this here? It's for, fiscal year 20.
all I copied off was the one page, that had the allocations on. Is she coming in this week? Is she coming in to talk about that, or?
I didn't need to do it Zoom.
Yeah, we can. I
I have
mean,
a schedule.
she hasn't scheduled yet.
This is June 2nd.
Oh, Sandy comes on June 2nd.
Well, I bet that is the same thing right there.
This is part of what we're spending $30,000 on.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Of that 150,000,
Yeah.
only 120, well, you've probably read it, only 120 is available for grant.
Yeah.
And, so we
Yeah.
can,
So, you know, and I looked at that, we should talk about that a little bit.
Yeah.
I looked at that, the people that are asking for money, you know, we always kind of try to spread it out, but there's nobody else asking for money. Daisler's asking and Hamler's asking.
no, there's been, you know, my thought is, there's no reason
Not
we
to,
can't.
yeah.
We have 120,000, 130, 145, 150. There's 152,000 requested, we have 120
Yeah.
to spend.
What was it, 152, you added it up, huh?
Yeah.
Everything that they asked.
90 and 40, 130, 15, 145, and 7, 152. So we have,
Yeah.
there's 4 projects. And I don't know, it's got this Village of Melinda to be determined.
Well, if there's any, if that's probably that one, isn't it? That demolition that they talked about?
And that probably, unless, you know, I have no idea. Sandy had emailed a week or so ago, and I emailed her back to say, what pot of money are we trying to use?
Yeah.
Because the land bank's not gonna take this on unless it's financed.
No.
There's money.
And that one will still be available next year. Or the next time this money comes.
Well, it'll be 2 years.
It'll be 2 years, yeah.
It's just, yeah.
It's not gonna go away, it's sat there for 30 years like that already, so.
And I don't think, I'm not sure, if they are in the same position, I haven't looked at it, as what the Village of Deschler is on that church.
Yeah, right, yeah, that was it. Yeah.
One thing they did was huge, was the asbestos study.
Yeah.
And that's always the wild card in the demolition.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
you don't know.
And the village had that done already,
Yeah,
according to
had
this,
that
yeah.
done. and they have someone to step up to pay for the property transfer costs
Yeah,
to the land bank, and have the demolition come.
very good. And then,
So, they're matching it at 50%, so they're ready to.
And actually-
do that. And now it's a matter of, if we award this, then the land bank can determine if they want to go ahead and take this project on.
to try to sell the lot, basically, right?
Well, the land bank will become the owner of the property because the owner is willing to donate it to the land bank in lieu of taxes.
In lieu of taxes.
So the county has to determine if they want to give up the taxes. And, speaking for land bank, I was not interested in even approaching the
Yeah.
land bank without knowing that there would be funding in place.
Funding, yeah.
And then when we make the official decision that if we are going to fund this,
Yeah,
then we'll get things going.
yeah. But as far as, and I looked at that, I thought that lot was a lot smaller than that. That lot's as big as the house next door, right to the left of it there.
Yeah, and I don't know what when I thought, if we wanted to make a trip over, but
Yeah.
it's long and narrow.
Yeah. No, it's this one. It's this one on the corner right here, isn't it? The church.
Right there, the library's right across the street.
Yeah, the library's across the street, it's this one, right there, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
that's
the
it. Yeah.
southeast corner.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And
That's a pretty good sized lot. I
well,
was,
that little strip also goes with it. See this little strip between the church and the house?
yeah,
That also goes with it,
yeah,
because it's actually two lots.
yeah, it's actually two lots, yeah.
I don't know what the village setbacks are, but,
Well, I didn't think that whole area, when I drove there that one day, we went to breakfast at the fire station, and we swung around there and just drove by it, and I said, I don't think there's enough room there to build a house, but now that I look at it from the air, from this aerial photo, I think there is enough room there to build a house, so that lot would be sellable, I
but also
suppose.
even, Deshler on the Kodak could change the radius.
They could do that, yeah, yeah.
That is really tough, even for a 40-foot semi.
Yeah, oh, it is, yeah,
trailer,
yeah. So if
to
you,
make that.
so maybe there's such a thing as the land bank would say, we'll sell this guy on both these other houses a little bit more yard lot, and then, or even give it to them just so that so that somebody's paying taxes on it, and then donate some of it to the village so they could change that radius.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that,
Because
yeah.
the land bank would have property maintenance issues.
What'd you say?
Being able to maintain the property.
Yeah, yeah.
My guess is that the village would help, but they would also want paid.
Yeah, but if we would just go to those existing landowners and say, hey, you want a little bit more, of course, that one, I don't know if I'd have to drive over there and look at that, that's a house or a business there?
To the east of the house.
It's a house, or
Mhm.
this is a house.
Thursday after we meet with, have you ever seen it, Jeff?
No.
How about Thursday after we meet with,
We can drive down there.
the executive session? We go to Deshler.
We can drive down there and look at it.
And also you can see, we'll go to the reservoir.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
so you can see
Yeah.
what they've done
Yeah,
there.
yeah. The reservoir, actually, is a pretty neat project so far.
Yeah, this one,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
picture of the
Yeah,
first one,
yeah.
that's a pretty accurate
Yeah.
reflection.
Yeah,
I've used that a lot.
Yeah.
I parked there, and,
Yeah.
well, I parked there, you just walked around the residence.
Yeah,
But,
Yeah, yeah.
parked there, going door to door.
yeah. And that's actually a drop off of Patrick Henry School. They drop kids off.
Oh, do they?
When that,
To go to the houses that are.
yeah, around that area, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we got 3 buses that go from the high school, or that go from the school to Millennium, or to Dashler, I mean, and then all 3 buses follow each other to Dashler, and then we all go in different directions, but we all the drop-off points are all the same. We don't drop off at the same time, because we put younger kids, middle-aged, and then high school kids.
I'll give Donnell a call, and while we're there, Jeff, we'll just show you some of the things that they've done with their money.
You should drive down there, be a good idea.
And
Very good work.
what has been fun working with Deshler, they got some project that Donnell's figured out, okay, we can use funding for this. And-
Well, if you look on that paper, they've gotten money, now they didn't get as much as, Hammer got a lot of money last year because of the water plant. You know, that came through it's all one big pile of money, they just got different letters that divvy it up, it's like federal government's all one pile of money. But they've gotten in, and then Holgate did, I think that was also water treatment. Holgate, when they got that money. No,
That was the downtown.
that was at downtown, they had some,
Yeah, the 517 for Hamler, that was the water treatment plant.
mhm,
Village of Holgate was downtown, and they had a couple other things that went into.
yeah, they did basketball courts.
And 16 Deshler did the downtown grant.
Yeah. Yeah,
The 2 biggest ones for Napoleon was the competitive side of this.
mhm, yeah,
The 285 and the 300.
yeah,
And so that does not have any impact on that $150,000 that we have for projects. But this is nice to see. If you remember, when I first became commissioner, we sat here and figured out, okay, we gave so-and-so, was that last year, was that?
yeah, well, then this is good to see, but what you really, when you look at it, there's several townships in there that never ask for anything, of course. Just like Monroe is one of them, I don't know what they'd ask for except for, fire equipment money, and they go to the fire grant for that, they get their money
They've
from.
been real successful at that.
Yeah, oh yeah, they're very good at it, they do a good job. Those townships just don't have anything that much.
We scheduled a field trip, but also
Yeah.
go through Molina and.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we look at the one that I can show you guys, we'll drive through Molina on the way down, show you the one that I think is what they're talking about.
Drop you off at your house and continue on to
Yeah.
Deshler.
Yeah.
But I'll get a hold of Donnell and let him know that we're coming.
Yeah,
And-
yeah, let them know, yeah.
Because I know their clerk might want to see us.
Yeah, their clerk would really, she'd like to
Just
see.
call them,
Yeah, she probably will.
I know where she lives.
Yeah, we know where she lives, yeah, next to Bob's Ford.
I think there's one house in between.
I don't, I've driven down there.
Bob's in the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, Bob, do you have anything?
Yes, I thought of when I sat down here, somebody called me yesterday about, hang on, Andrew Carnahan called me the other day, that's what it was. Yeah, he got back with me, and he again wanted a figure, and I said, well, we'll know more when you give us your figure. Yeah, okay, we'll get that by this week. I think you need to give her one more try
So
on
we're
that.
gonna go another couple weeks.
He said Bill is in Hawaii right now, working on some property, that he's got there, and he got some land clearing equipment, he's clearing some land or something, he said, I can't hardly get him on the phone, he's so busy. Well, he said he's doing stuff he wants to do, and he goes, and I'm trying to schedule people working here, and he wanted to get it with him to talk about Lady Justice and the cost, and I said, we want that cost, that's what we need, and okay.
Yeah, and my thought on that is, if Andrew's struggling with it, we know it's gonna cost around $10,000 to get the crane here.
Yeah.
We bring it down, we need to talk to that company in Oberlin.
Yeah, if you don't know what he wants to do with it.
Yeah, and I don't wanna tie him up for him thinking that he's gonna be able to do a whole lot there.
Yeah.
We know we're gonna wait until
Yeah,
we
well,
see how this whole thing shakes out.
And that was the one thing he did add, then he did ask me, he said, did you guys call down there to that Al Morrow, or whatever his name is? And I said, no, we haven't called there yet. Well, he says, I think that the good part of this is we can stretch this over a number of years as one bid, as one project, and then stretch it over a number of years. And that's still legal, that he thought. So I don't know if that would pay us to call that guy and ask him that.
It's up to us when contract completion is. That would be part of.
You're right, yeah.
It has to be completed.
Yeah.
Still my opinion is we don't do any more than bring Lady Justice down because we have no clue.
Yeah, well, and.
Is it $250,000 to fix her?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, we need to spend.
Well, then he said right away, well, can I do some lower stuff without, and I told him, I said, we only want to bring in, we think we can do it in 3 trips with the crane. And we talked that over quite a while. Actually, I talked to him for about a half hour on the phone, and then he said, yeah, he said, if we bring her down, send the crane home, and when we bring her back and she's ready to go up, if we could display her for a while until it's time, put her up there until I'm ready to put my scaffolding up there, he said, then we lift everything up, and all we've got to do is bring the crane one more time, so we can get down to 3 trips. And that we did both agree on, and I thought that was good, because you and we had talked about that already anyhow, so I think that we're good on that. I just don't know whether he seems to think we have to call that guy, and I don't know, you have talked to him already, haven't you, that guy?
Well, that guy has a phone, he can call us.
Well, yeah, if we stick our nose in there, that's why I was kind of curious, I don't know, why should we, they have the...
Right now, I'm hard pressed to, we know we're on hold.
Yeah.
Except for Lady Justice.
Yeah.
Until we get Andrew.
And then.
On that.
Well, and then, bottom line is, if we don't do this all in 1 year, we can sub-bid some of these. I mean, we're up to our $50,000, or is it more than $50,000 now? Did it go to 75?
So.
Yeah.
I think it's still
50. So some of that's gonna be under 50. We don't even need to bid some of that, I don't think.
No, we don't, but we could,
And I tried to go that route with him, he goes, no, I think we need the engineering for this guy to...
For the tower.
For the tower part, yeah.
Well, my thought is, okay, Andrew, commit.
Yeah, well...
Commit. And then let's...
And I agree with you, because we don't know how much we can't throw a number. He said, just throw me a number out there. Well, I'm not gonna do that, because...
Okay, $10,000.
Yeah, what can you do?
What can you do with
Well, then you come up with a number.
If you talk to him again,
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah.
We'll commit.
Yeah, we know we gotta spend that just to get her down.
We don't.
Yeah.
Because of all the other.
Yeah, right. And that's kind of where I left him. And I think he knows too. I think he's a little bit, him personally is in a little bit of a hard, he still needs Bill to help him, and Bill's kind of ignoring him right now because he's in early retirement mode, you know what I'm saying? He wants to say, well, hey, I'm kind of retired, I don't know if I can.
For the last 15 years.
Which, yeah. The only time, and I didn't know Bill Meyer from a hill of beans when I got in here as commissioner, and walked into the courthouse one morning to sign bills, and there was water running right down the inside of the door, and I thought, what the hell is this? And Eric goes, I just started a little bit, you know Eric. So I came in here, I said something to Rich and to Tom about, I said, hell, there's water running right down in that doorway. I said, that's gotta be fixed. It was in the winter time. And, well, that's Bill Meyer's, thing, and so I called I said, you got his phone number, and Vicki gave it to me, and I called him, and he didn't answer, so I left. I said, I'm gonna tell you right now, there's one county commissioner that's really pissed. I said, I'm standing here watching water run inside my courthouse, and supposedly you fixed that. Boy, the next day I got a call back from him. Man, he was apologizing all over the place, and he didn't even know what I looked like at that point. We'd never met. But the next year, he was right in here, and then he did get that fixed finally, but, and I'm not picking on him, but I said, hey, whatever you did ain't working right now. Okay.
So, we'll wait until we hear from Andrew.
Yeah. Yeah, he said this week, I should be able to get you a price on that. See what happens. But yeah, I did talk to him, I just want to let you guys know it.
Heard from Laura and anybody?
No, I didn't hear anything. I was gonna ask you guys. I might swing by the landfill on the way home and check on and see if she's there.
I got a text that she was going to go back to work on Friday.
Yeah, that's the last.
Whoever sent it to me, I texted back and said, she doesn't need a doctor slip to go to work.
My kid said that she thought she was going to, but I think I called after.
Yeah, I'd like to have.
She was worse than what she thought or something like that.
I know,
Didn't hear anymore.
yeah.
Did you drive out there to look at that?
Yeah, no, I can't figure out what spot it was. Was it on one of the ends?
On 03. On 03, if you turn on 03 and you head east and go, there's a wall there.
Yeah, that wall's on 5 feet.
But that wall's, she just run into that.
That spot is that you sent?
Yeah, it's right past that white wall. You drove out there?
It was just past.
I can picture it in my mind.
Yeah.
I saw your picture,
Yeah.
It was just past the wall.
Past that wall, and then there's that cement abutment, or didn't you see it? Did I show you? Yeah, and that cement abutment. And well, when I got there, you could still see the marks down there where she hit. And I thought, I said something to Zach, because he rides a zero-turn mower all the time. I said, about waist high on me, a little over waist high on me. I said, how would you like to run your full board, run off of that with your mower? He just looked at me and goes, oh shit, like that. I said, well, I know somebody that did. He goes, did they get killed? Right away. He was really concerned. He said, I don't think I'd want to fall that far, on that mower. That's a ride.
The jar on your
back.
There's not a good suspension system, which a
I'm
lot of those mowers don't have.
They don't have a suspension, no. Not for that kind of a bump.
Well, it's just, what if it would have fallen on her, or?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the worst of it is it could have done that and flipped right over on top of her. Then she'd have done.
Well, that like Jared Holzer out there
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, he
Had a
got,
little roll on him, but unfortunately it rolled into a creek.
and with Larry Cordes, that's how Larry Cordes got killed, that time. He mowing the ditch bank and it flipped over. Yeah,
Okay.
Pretty dangerous.
Do you have anything else?
no, that's all I had. I was just kind of concerned about Laura.
No, I can't think of anything.
All right. Anything I had, we've talked about.
Yeah?
Just to see what exciting things the governor comes up with today. For the record, I talked to Hoops this morning, Senate Bill 310. There's a lot of bickering back and forth between the Senate and the House, so he has no idea what's going to happen with that. It really should have been voted out of committee last week, and should have been ready to go to the House for a vote.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever disagreements they're having in Columbus, it's holding our money that we're entitled to.
Yeah, right. And they're arguing over what should be done with it.
Yep. So, the same stuff that's happening in Washington is happening in Columbus.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're bickering.
And consequently, we're the ones, in a sense, being held hostage.
Yeah.
Again,
Hey.
sounds like, no, never mind. I won't go there. So that's my 2 cents worth. If there's nothing else to come before the Board of Henry County Commissioners, would there be a motion to adjourn?
I will make that motion.
I'll second.
Okay, Christie?
Jeff Myers?
Yes.